Hey everyone, welcome to a guide on how to easily complete the Whisper Quest mission, both on normal and heroic. This guide will focus mostly on loadouts and the best strategy for clearing each room. Starting off with class setups and loadouts, hunters, you will want to be using stompies with triple jump for the jumping section, and then switching to ARCSTRIDER with RAIDEN FLUX once you reach the enemies. ARCSTRIDER is amazing in this mission, even though the Singe is solar this week, but either tree of ARCSTRIDER works. I just prefer top tree. Titans, you'll want to use Lion Rampant with a high lift or catapult for jumping sections. Being a top tree Sunbreaker for that melting point is your best bet in this mission, along with equipping Synthoceps for the actual encounters. And Warlocks, the best advice I have for you is to just try your best. Dawnblade is a good pick this week for Solar Singe, but you don't have the best exotics or supers for this kind of mission. Weapons are up next. Regardless of the Singe, these following weapons are going to be your best friends for this mission. For kinetic, you're looking at Midnight Coup, Better Devils, Nameless Midnight, the usual stuff. For energy, you'll want to bring a Solar Scout, a Void Scout, Risk Runner for the final room, and Polaris Lance for the final room. For heavy, you'll want to stick with Sleeper Stimulant, which is especially good this week since it is Solar Singe. A rapid fire Solar Shotgun is really good. A Linear Fusion or Sniper is not a bad pick either, and if you're doing heroic, you'll pretty much just want to stick with the Whisper of the Worm as your heavy. So you're all set up and you're ready to run the mission. For those of you out of the loop, to activate the secret mission, you have to go to Io in the Lost Oasis Patrol Zone, wait for a Taken Blight public event, and once the event starts, search around the area to find a beefy Taken Cabal dude, or a beefy Taken Knight, or a beefy Taken Captain, and kill them. You'll know immediately when you found him too. Once you kill the dude, a portal opens up and you can enter it and run the mission. You'll definitely want a full fire team for this one. Next, just run the jumping puzzle as normal, and once you get to the green room, here's a little shortcut you can take to skip the entire wall climbing puzzle. Now that you've gotten to the first encounter, your first goal is to prioritize killing the orange bars as quickly as possible. You want to get rid of the Knights and the Vandal snipers first. Using ARCSTRIDER with RAIDEN FLUX or a Sunbreaker with Synthoceps is great for clearing these rooms, so make sure to communicate with your team when you're going to use your supers. Use the Whisper of the Worm or the Sleeper to knock out the orange bars, and that'll help your team a bunch. Don't worry too much about the blights as you don't need to clear them to progress. This room is mostly solar, so solar scouts are great. Things like Sunshot work great too. Second room, you just want to have someone who didn't use their super in the first room take care of the enemies, either through ARCSTRIDER or Sunbreaker again. Those are both amazing here. And now the third room, just like the first room, try to take care of the Knights, Hobgoblins, and Wizards ASAP. If you can take out the Knight on the left up here, you can use this vantage point to take out the Knights across from you and each of the taken Hobgoblins sitting on the far back wall. And you can even pick off the Wizards and some red bars around the room. This room is a mixture of Void and Solar. Wizards and red bar Acolytes are shielded with Void, and the rest of the orange bars have solar shields. Once you have the snipers and orange bars down, clean up the red bars and move towards the exit. You don't always need to do this, but clearing the blight near the exit will make your time fighting the phalanxes much easier. When you get to the pit, just clear out the snipers and scions as quickly as possible and then jump down for the final encounter. So this is where it gets a little tricky. To start off, sending in an ARCSTRIDER does wonders for clearing the first wave, or you could just use Risk Runner, which works really great too. Once the boss spawns, send your Titan in to hit the boss with Melting Point, and the rest of you can either choose to run up with rapid fire shotguns, or sit back and use Polaris Lance, Sleeper Stimulant, or Whisper of the Worm to drain his health. Once you've done that, you can just hang back and finish him off, or send in an ARCSTRIDER to clear some of the adds around the boss while the rest of you chip away at his remaining health. Sitting in the back and having everyone using Polaris Lance is an amazing strategy for this final room, and really makes the fight a lot easier if you're struggling to keep up your damage on the bosses. Using Whisper of the Worm in Heroic is also one of, if not the most effective ways to defeat the boss, and if you have Warlock, you can even use an Empowering Rift, but that's usually not necessary. You pretty much just want to repeat this strategy until you complete the encounter. Titan goes in for a melting point and can use his Sunbreaker super if he has it, while the rest of you focus on damage, whether that be with snipers, scouts, or supers. Clearing adds is always helpful, but not necessary if you're going to be just sitting in the back of the room. Solar Singe should give you the extra boost you need if you're still trying to get the Whisper, so do the mission this weekend while Solar Singe is active. This mission goes live every Friday at reset and lasts until Monday. Hopefully this strategy helped you if you're still hunting the Whisper or its catalyst, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.